I just got home from work. I wanted to record this immediately because I've been thinking about it all day. I would have recorded this in the morning when it happened, but I did not feel like it. Like, I wanted to get myself in a good mood, in a good mindset, because I knew I had to go to work and I didn't want to be like fuming when I walked into the door, because it can be frustrating I walk alone without already going into it completely pissed and shit. So, long story short, I almost got run over. Today is the first of the month. Well, at least it was. It's still the first of the month for another hour. And so earlier today, I went to get rent paid. And at my apartment complex, they only accept money orders. And the only way I know of to get them is like, there are a few different places that you can get them, corner stores, a couple of those like quick check cashing places and stuff like that. So I'm on my way there, and the first place that I go to, the one that I almost always go to, is closed for whatever reason. There's another one it's actually a little bit cheaper, like $1 less, but it's also a lot further away, which is why I just go to this one, because it's easier. I'm willing to pay a little bit more for convenience sometimes, especially when it's just $1. It don't mean that much. But on my way over to this one, I'm walking past a Sonic. And it's a fast food place for those of you who haven't been. There's a guy coming out of the driveway, and I look in the car as I'm walking, and I see that he's not even looking this way. His head is pointed towards the traffic. But I'm still thinking he's not a complete idiot. He'll just look and see me and he'll stop. He's not going that fast. And so I keep walking. He didn't even slow down. He was in a hurry to get somewhere, because he never once came to a full complete stop. And so he did hit me enough to actually lift me off the ground. And he didn't, like I said, he never once came to a full complete stop. When he saw that there was a black guy on the hood of his car, he started to slow down a little bit, just enough for me to like roll off of the hood of his car and back away. But still, as soon as I was clear, he just zoomed off. And I wasn't even completely clear, because his tires nicked the front of my shoes. Thankfully, didn't get my toes. I always buy shoes just a little bit too big. But I got hit. Like, I had the right of way, and I got hit by a careless, reckless driver who just wasn't paying attention because he was in a hurry to get somewhere. Like, those are the situations that can end up killing people. And if I had been in the right frame of mind, if I had been prepared for it, I would have pulled out my phone so fast, got his license plate, and gone straight to the cops. But at the moment in time, I was not expecting to get hit by a car this morning. So at the time, all I could think about was like making sure I got myself to safety and didn't end up getting dragged halfway across town. Because I have a feeling that if I hadn't got off his hood, he wouldn't have cared. He'd have just kept driving until I flew off all on my own. Now that seems like the kind of jackass that he is. And there were other people who saw it too. Like, there was this really sweet old lady she was like a few feet behind me. She saw the whole thing happen. She was cursing out the driver even worse than I was, telling him calling him a jackass, screaming at him. And she came up to me a little hurried, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "Oh, thank goodness. If that had happened to me, I'd have died. If the car hadn't killed me, I'd have died of a heart attack." And then there was also like a truck right behind him that pulled up, and he had seen the whole thing too. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little pissed, but no bruises, like no blood, no broken bones. I'm fine." But goddamn, I'm fucking angry about that. You are driving a death machine. You gotta be very aware of your surroundings. I will take my share of the blame. I saw that he wasn't paying attention. I could have slowed down and let him pass because I knew he was being a reckless driver. I could tell that he wasn't paying attention, but I don't know. I had the right of way, and so I took it. He didn't care. He just kept going. He never once turned his head to actually see me there. He did not know that I was in there until I was on the hood of his car. Anyways, that's how my morning went. Also, I'm a little angry at FedEx because Like they have a delivery manager. I have like the site. Like they have their site, and I've got an account saying that any deliveries to this address, go ahead and leave them at the apartment office, because for some reason they like to wait until I leave my apartment before they deliver things. Like one time they actually made a delivery while I was home, like early in the morning when I was actually home. Most of the time they seem to do it after I leave for work. And then, like, I ordered something online, and it ended up apparently being too big, so they shipped it in 3 separate packages. And they came like one day after another, which is kind of funny. One of them actually got left at the office like it was supposed to. The other 2, I get home from work just to see it there on the door, and that just upsets me. Because I pay money for this thing, and it's just being dropped off at the door. Anybody who walks by can just grab it and pick it up. I'm a little happy though that my neighbors aren't total jackasses and that the packages were actually still there when I showed up at home. But just so frustrating. You tell someone, like, you give them specific instructions. They need to be left at the office, but they're not left at the office. They're just dropped at the front door. Like, if you just tell me, well, that no one was there to deliver it, so we'll hold it at our place. That's what they say on their website will happen. But no, I wasn't there to accept the delivery, and and maybe they got here so late that the office was closed. I can understand that, but like, take it back with you and let me go pick it up. Don't just drop it on the fucking doorstep. That's the one thing I don't want you to do. Cause like it just pisses me off. Like, if I spend money on something and it never arrives, worse, it does arrive, but I don't get it. Like, I've had that happen before, where I was told a delivery was made to my doorstep, but I never saw it ever. Like, I was told that because I was unavailable to receive it, the box was left on my front steps. But the day that they say it was delivered, I got home and there was no box. A week later, no box showed up. Apartment managers, no box had been taken to them. So either the delivery was never actually made, or they left it on the doorstep and some very lovely neighbor of mine just grabbed it as soon as they could. Either way, it's very frustrating. But whatever, I digress. Still not as frustrating as getting hit by a car. But I'm fine. I'm alive. No bruises, no bones. I actually did have one little scratch apparently, but it wasn't even deep enough to bleed. It's just a little small break in the skin. I'm fine. I'm good. But part of me is very glad that I don't have a car, just because there are times where I know 100% I would kill somebody. Like, if somebody did something to piss me off, like if they cut me off in traffic, I know 100% I am chasing your ass down however many miles until you stop, and then as soon as you step out the car, I'm just running your ass over. I gotta go do stuff.